Good evening, Friday. How is everybody this fine Friday evening? I'm Rick, and you're watching a whole lot of Zep Diecast channel. And I'm going to go over some castings I just got throughout the week, this past week. And I got my first Super Treasure hunt. Didn't even know it when I got it until I got home. It was kind of a holy shit moment. So why don't we just head on over to the table here and see what we got on tap. I'd like to welcome some new subscribers to my channel, and I'd like to thank you for joining the party. I greatly appreciate it. Why don't we just dump right into it here? How about we jump into it instead of dump on it? All right, first of all, I got this beautiful 1970 Chevelle that was a mainline Hot Wheel, and much like the one that's hanging right above there, that red one that I have hanging up on the wall, it's kind of out of focus. That's more or less what the Chevelle looked like, and there's nothing wrong with the mainline Chevelles from the Hot Wheels. I'm not digging on them at all. My point is that Mr. President, Hewitt's Hot Wheels, crafted what was up on the wall into this artistic masterpiece. The guy is incredible with his customs. There's quite a few people out there that are amazing at their craft, and James is just one of many. But I'm showing this off because he was kind enough to gift this to me, and it is one of my treasure pieces, as are any of the customs that I receive from anybody, from people that I've met on YouTube, and some people that I've met in person, that we've maintained an ongoing friendship. One of those people being Diecast Clown. If I ever decided that I just didn't want to collect anymore, or I think I might have had enough, which I don't ever see that happening, at least not anytime soon anyway, I would not be able to part with any of the customs that were given to me, because they're more precious to me than any tarmac that would cost $30 and up, as detailed as they are. I would give them away in a heartbeat if that meant that I could keep the customs that were given to me. They hold so much more personal value, and those are the ones that I appreciate the most. I do love all diecast, don't get me wrong, but it's the people that make customs, because they are taking time out of their daily life, and they're creating something for you. And that is a very humbling experience in and of itself. And to be a recipient of a custom it's such a precious thing. It really is. And anyway, here is just one of quite a few customs that I've gotten from people. David from Twice Diecast has also created 3 customs for me as well, and again, they are cars that I hold a very personal value to me, because it was time out of their day to give something to me. And I can't appreciate it enough. I can't thank you guys enough. And it's just my way of showing appreciation. And I think I want to do an episode where I just dedicate custom diecasts to the ones who presented them to me, or gifted them to me, if you will. Because they deserve the recognition. At least in my eyes, they do, and it shows my appreciation for the craftsmanship that went into it, and the time, the effort, and it just means a lot to me. As I'm sure people who have received customs feel the same way. So, anyway, that is a custom Chevelle from Hewitt's Hot Wheels. So if you're in the market for a customized Hot Wheel from Hewitt's Hot Wheels, check him out and see what he's got going on. The guy's got a great channel. He's got great content. He's real. And that's one of the things that I like about him, is he doesn't put on airs. He is who he is, and he maintains that, and I appreciate that. As most of you guys are, you don't pretend to be something you're not, and you call it like it is, and it's something I appreciate. But anyway, that's a custom Chevelle. I'm knocking things over here. Bear with me. So as I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, I got my first super treasure hunt. And I got, of all places, it was on the pegs at CVS. So, I don't have it. I'm not cracking open this one. This is staying carded. Most of the stuff that I have here is carded. I will be showing a couple things on the turntable, but this is not getting cracked open. And what I have here is a 55 Chevy Bel Air. And when I first saw it, I just thought it was a cool color. I was like, oh, those are cool wheels, but not thinking anything of it. And here it is. And I'll turn it upside down and you can see, there it is. It's a super treasure hunt. And it also has TH on the back fender right behind the wheel well. Now, when I pulled this off the peg, this happened to be the one all the way in the back. And I didn't have my readers on. Good evening. We must apologize for the... No apologies needed, Robert. Just play on. So anyway, I grabbed it because I thought, oh, this is a cool looking color. I haven't seen anything at Target, and here we have Trevor Samuda. He comes on every day almost with the latest and greatest in Hot Wheels. Guy's just gobbling everything up, stuff that we'll probably never see around here, or probably not until next year anyway. And so I didn't know this until I got home. I was like, TH, what the hell is that? What the hell does TH mean? You know, like turning it upside down, and when I turn it over, I saw that those aren't plastic tires. Those tires have tread on them. No, wait a minute, what's going on here? There's a bit of a circle behind the car. I got a closer look at it, and I was like, this is a treasure hunt. Well, I looked it up online. It's not just a treasure hunt, it's a super treasure hunt. And it just fell into my lap, more or less. And here is, I'm just kind of proud of this because I never had a treasure hunt or a super treasure hunt before. And I really never knew what I was looking for. So there's that. And the other three that I got off the pegs. There I go, dropping shit again. Bear with me. I didn't leave you guys. I'm still here. All right. So the other one I got, other three, I should say, is a Shelby Cobra 427. I mean, I saw that on the pegs, and even if I had one, I would have grabbed another one. Again, something like this I will eventually crack open, but I'm not cracking it right now. But how cool is that? I think I actually gifted one to one of our good friends in the diecast community, XLT Off-Road Bear. I'm pretty sure I gave him one as well. But that was the last time I seen one, and I don't even think that was off the pegs. I think I had ordered that one for him because I know how much he loves Fords. He's a big Ford guy. All right, so there's that. So how about that? I got a treasure hunt. Yay me. And I've been seeing this one going throughout the community, so I'm not showing you anything you haven't already seen, but this is something that I normally wouldn't go after, but the more I've seen it, the more I started having an affection for it. Plus, it's a Rias Rides. So, again, I'm not showing you anything you haven't already seen, but it's cool because it's in my collection now. So that makes it cool. No, that's not what I meant. I mean, it's cool for me, not for you guys. Ay, ay, ay. My mouth moves faster than my brain sometimes. And again, this isn't something I would normally go after, but this just looked too cool not to have in my collection. It's a Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. And all these were at the CVS. And the only reason I went there is because my daughter wanted to get fingernail polish and some cosmetics. So I figured while she was busy looking at makeup and stuff, I thought I'd just take a wander over and see what they had. And I was more pleasantly surprised once I got home and found out that I had a super treasure hunt. But still, the other three are cool as well. Without really doing it any justice by showing the front of it. Alright, now a couple of my past episodes, I've had this thing called "And So This Happened." And what that simply means is, it never ceased to amaze me whenever I ordered things. I never ordered everything all together at one time. There's just like days or weeks apart when I order stuff. I haven't really ordered too much lately because the dough just hasn't been there. But that's between here and there. So I actually forgot about this until I got it in the mail today. And it falls into the category of "So This Happened." And what it is whenever I would get a Camaro or a Chevelle, the opposite would always come in the mail at the same time, even though they never got ordered at the same time. They just always came together. And this is what happened with these two. So what I have here is, I'll show a more close-up and personal look at it. But for right now, it's gonna stay in the blister. I have the Hearst Sunshine Special. It's a 1970 Camaro Z28 RS. And the Hearst Sunshine Special was, if I remember correctly, there was a prototype, and there was only 3 of them made in various forms. And this one had a full back leather roof, and that's supposed to represent a leather roof, which made it unique. So it was kind of like a sunroof, but it folded back, and kind of weird that it's a leather roof, but unique nonetheless. And I think they just decided to shelve the idea because of leather and weather just don't cooperate too well together. Although when it's on the cow, it doesn't seem to have too much of a problem. I can't understand that. Like, oh guys, I can't come out today, my skin will shrink. You know, they don't have a problem when they're out in the weather, but as soon as you take it off of them and turn it into a piece of clothing or something, it turns into hell if it gets wet. So from what my understanding is, this Camaro was shelved. I think, like I said, there was 3 prototypes made in various stages. If I'm wrong, I'm not claiming to be a fact-proven full of knowledge here. It's just, like I said, it's my understanding. I didn't actually look it up. I just know from seeing some other channels who reviewed this. It's pretty cool. Again, I will take this out of the blister and get a little bit more intimate with it in another video, probably on M Tuesday. But I love this 70 Camaro. And this is the Hearst Sunshine Special. And Greenlight, if I'm not mistaken, they do a version of it as well. I think it's called Backcountry Roads or something like that. I have to pick that one up too, so maybe I could do a comparison. So I got that, and I've seen this on a couple other channels, and what really set me off is when Nitro Speed, Mr. Mike from Nitro Speed, the guy has an affection for Chevelles as well. He showed this from the car culture. It's the latest release from Hot Wheels that has the Corvette C8R, the Ford Bronco R, a 20 Dodge Charger Hellcat, and the Tesla Roadster. And honestly, only because I had one gifted to me by CRA Diecast, the Tesla I got was a Matchbox. And I gotta say, just looking at pictures, the Matchbox did a better job, even though this is a real rider. And I don't have it yet. I just seen pictures of it, but I do have the Tesla Matchbox, and it's very nice. It's like a brushed. I'll have to show it. But anyway, what I have here is the '69 Chevelle SS 396, and it's in Monaco orange. And I must have mentioned this on quite a few videos. But for me, it's really important that they got the color correct, because out of the factory in 1969, the Chevelle SS was only available in 2 colors. Monaco Orange, which this one is, which makes it correct, and the other one is Competition Yellow. Those were the only two colors that came out of the factory that way, unless you went and got it painted a different color or it was a Yanko Copo. Then most likely is a different color. But the correct badging and color for a 69 SS would be Monaco Orange or Competition Yellow. And when I saw Mike present it and throw it out on the turntable, my tongue was hanging out like rat fink, just drooling over this thing. And I'm like, God, that son of a bitch, he's got a nice Chevelle there. I need this one. And I appreciate you, Mike, for showing it, because it really got my juices flowing for this car. And I gotta say, I am glad that it's now residing in my collection and it is hanging up on the wall. Of course, not right now because I had to show it. Here's the cars. And I have seen other pictures, better pictures of the Tesla. It's not bad, but I really believe the Matchbox did a nicer job on it, even though this is a real rider. That's just my opinion. I'll show it. All right, so that was that. So now we'll get up to seeing some stuff that I can pull off and throw on the turntable because I cracked them open. One of them you've already seen in the blue and yellow challenge. What I have here is a 91 Chevy S10 Baja. Now, I wanted to get one of these. It was actually an 89 that I was looking at, and it was brand new at the time when I was looking at it. And I had the money to lay down, but I needed my parents to co-sign. And there was only one salesman at this dealership that I went to. It was Lafferty Chevrolet in Warminster, Pennsylvania. And I only bring that up because the guy's probably not even there anymore. The guy was a dick. He wouldn't sell it to me, and his exact words were, "You can't afford this truck." I just looked at my parents and I'm like, "You kidding me?" I was like, "Is there somebody else I can talk to here?" He was the only salesman there the day, and he would not sell it. It's like, all right, fine. So I took my business elsewhere. I wound up going over to CNC Ford in Horsham, Pennsylvania, which is where I used to live, and I wound up getting an 89 Ford Ranger XLT, and it was raven black with burgundy interior, and it had silver stripes along the wheel well and the base of the truck. Really beautiful truck. But I wanted this Baja in the worst way. And the guy was like, "No, you can't afford it, not selling it to you." Just total asshole. I mean, I could have really made life hell for him. Could have gotten a manager. I was just like, screw it. You just lost a sale. Now, obviously, you didn't care because you weren't going to sell it to me. Unless he was trying to hold on to it because he wanted it, or he wanted to sell it to somebody in his family. I don't know. But anyway, I just thought he was a dick about it. But my point is, although I can't drive it, I have one now. And this is a green light. And I thought what would be cool is I do have, and if anybody of you are sub to Twice Diecast, you will know that he had just shown this one recently as well. And this does have the 1920 Scout that comes with it. And it does hook up to the hitch. But I'm not going to pull that one out. But this is the 91 GMC Sonoma. And it is basically the same thing as the S10. And I'll show you a side-by-side comparison. They're essentially the same truck. But I thought that was pretty cool. And these are from Greenlight. I know Greenlight has their quality control issues, but I still love this brand. I really do. They can be frustrating, but they can be forgiven as well. I don't know why, but unlike M2, it's hard to forgive M2, and it's much easier to forgive Greenlight, if that makes any sense. So like I said, the red one here is the 91 GMC Sonoma, and the white one is obviously the Chevy S10 Baja. Such a cool looking truck. I wanted that truck in the worst way, and it looked exactly like this one here. It was in the showroom. I had the money. Ah, that kills me. But I own one now. Of course I can't drive it. Sing it, Robert. Sing it. Oh my Jesus. Alright. Come on, all you sing along. Sing along. Yeah. Hey. My channel's not called Whole Lot of Zepp for no reason at all. That background music is the main reason my channel's called Whole Lot of Zepp. Maybe some of you weren't aware of that. I will show, actually before I show the last two, I will show the Tesla. Alright. And it's Matchbox in a box. Because that's what they used to come in, a box. And this is the Tesla Roadster. Give you a close-up look at it. Look at the detail there. I love that brush look on the paint job. It's just beautiful. It's like a flat metallic, or a satin metallic rather, excuse me. The wheels look nice on it. It's got a see-through roof just like the Tesla does. They just did a really nice job on this. Gotta give Matchbox their kudos because they've really been stepping their game up here lately. So I'll put this on the table and give it a spin around. Make sure I got Memphis on the driver's side because of my OCD. Don't mind me. Alright. Figure while I showed that one, I might as well show this one too, because this one is too cool not to show. What I have here is the Alfa Romeo Giulia. And this is a 2016. And it's a mother of pearl. Throughout the world that we stopped at where, fortunately, the foot of Western man hadn't trodden too often. And it was in these places that everything seemed to be good and wholesome and cheap and clean. And the red lights always shone brightly. In fact, the sun always remained the same. Matchbox is doing a really nice job with their details. It's not like we'll put Tampa work on the front and we'll just leave it back white. They make sure that they put the detail in the front and the back. I think it's a step up from Hot Wheels. So I'll let them spin. These two were just impromptu because I had to show that Tesla, and I figured, well, if I'm showing the Tesla, I got to show the Giulia too. I showed an AMG Mercedes already, and these were all gifted to me by CRA Diecast. Give him a quick shout out as well, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be presenting these. He's another channel that you should go check out. I call him, he's affectionately known as to me as my brother from down under, as he is Australian. Guy's got a heart of gold. He's a great guy in the community, as are so many that I have met. Alright, so there's the Giulia, and I'll let that Tesla spin a little bit more while I put the Giulia away. And they're wrapped up in tissue paper. Alright. Now I did see the companion car to this one on our good friend Mike Dyson. Mike Ivor. Everybody's got a nickname for him. I just call him Wheels, or Wheelies. The Wheelie Man. He has the 73 Chevelle that was in this movie Drive, and I got the police car from it, and I just showed it in the blister, and I said I would save it for another time where I could present it. So that's what I'm doing. There's really no detail work in the engine. It's all black. Put something blue in there, considering it's a Crown Vic. I know I said that I wasn't really much of a hot pursuit collector. I know this isn't actually a hot pursuit, but I'm getting more into the police cars, and I actually had to start putting them up on my Harley wall. I thought it was a unique idea to start displaying my police cars on my Harley wall, because in the Harley community, we do a lot for the police force. We do runs. Harley bikers in general in the community will go out of the way to acknowledge the fine women and men in blue. And I don't know where I was going with that. I just kind of like lost my train of thought. But here is the police car from the movie Drive. And the reason I brought up Wheels, Mike Dyson, my buddy Mike, brother Mike, he had shown the 73 Chevelle, and I had made a comment before about the Chevelles, and anything after 1972 shouldn't even have the Chevelle badging on it. That's just my opinion. So, I mean, hate me if you want to, but there's no reason to hate me just because I have an opinion. We can agree to disagree. I mean, can't we all just get along? That's as far as I'll go with something that just recently just took place in the diecast community. And it kind of breaks my heart to see things like that take place. I won't say any more about it because I don't want to get politically involved or politically motivated. It just bothers me, and that's all I'll say about it. So the Chevelle from 64 to 72 is, in my mind, a car that deserves the Chevelle badging. But even 1972, it was just, it's only a shell of what it was because of all the restrictions that the government put on the muscle car and the restrictions in general in Detroit with what the cars that they were pumping out. And I had mentioned to Mike, I was like, see, I got to get this car only because it goes with this police car. Outside of that, I wouldn't spend money on a 73 Chevelle casting because I just don't care for them. There's nothing about it that is even closely reminiscent of what the Chevelle was. But again, it's just my opinion. But I will have to eventually get that. But here's the police car from Drive. And what I got up last, as we're starting around the 40-minute mark, I don't know how I managed to do that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I babble too much. And I know I just shown this on the blue and yellow challenge, but this car, they are not cars by any stretch of the imagination. I'm always correcting my wife or anybody that calls my Jeep a car because it's not, it's a Jeep. There's cars, there's trucks, and there's Jeeps. So here we have a Jeep, and this Jeep is amazing. And this is another green light. By the way, that police car from the movie Drive is also by green light. I think the majority of my collection is made up of green light. And I love Auto World. I really do. As much as anybody else in the diecast community does. They are quality above and beyond. They're just, it's very rare to see something funky coming from Auto World. The only thing I don't like about Auto World is the Jeeps that they put out. That drives me bananas because all the detail that they put on them, they can't put a roll cage inside the Jeep. Instead, they have a hood that opens to a plastic cover over the engine. That's exactly what's on my Jeep. That's what's on everybody's Jeep. The stupid plastic cover over an engine. I don't want to open up a hood to see a piece of plastic. I'd rather see a detailed interior with a roll cage. And they don't put the roll cage in, and that absolutely drives me nuts. I only have one example of an Auto World Jeep, and that was the first and the last one I ever got. And I will never buy another Jeep from Auto World. No matter how beautiful they look on the outside, they are missing the finer details on the inside. And I can't stand that about Auto World, what they do with the Jeeps. And I'm not apologizing for that at all. And I actually lost a couple subs because of my opinion on the Auto World Jeeps. But I'm not asking anybody to sub me anymore. I haven't asked anybody to sub me in a while. And if you're going to sub, you're going to sub. If you like my content, you'll sub. It's that simple. I'm allowed to like and not like something, and I'm exercising my freedom of speech. And I'm saying I don't care for Auto World Jeeps. I love everything else they do, but I do not like their Jeeps. Point blank. Which is why I only have one example, and everything else that I have on my wall is mostly green light, followed by Matchbox and some Hot Wheels as well. But I love what Greenlight does with the Jeeps because they really go out and they have the removable hard tops. they have roll cages on their Jeeps the way they should, or if it doesn't have a roll cage on it, it's because it's an older Jeep from the 40s and the 50s, which they did not have roll cages. So I'm off my soapbox with the Auto World Jeeps, but here's the awesome green light again. This does receive quite a few compliments, or it has, with other people showing it on their channel as well. I believe Phil from Diecast for You to See shown it in his the case that he got that's part of, that this Jeep is a part of, along with the S10 Baja, and quite a few people made comments about the Gladiator, and Greenlight nailed it with this one. They put the 35-inch tires on it. You know, it's off-road ready. And this is my third Gladiator from Greenlight. But that is what I have for the week. So I'd like to thank all of you for hanging out with me while I babble and show some pretty cool diecast. At least I think it's cool anyway. You may disagree with me. That's okay. You're allowed to. That's what makes freedom of speech and freedom of press our amendments. It makes us a great country because we can voice our opinions and not be chastised. Well, that's not true. We can be, actually, but we have these amendments. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for hanging out with me while we party with some Led Zeppelin music in the background and showing what I got on tap. So, you've been watching a whole lot of Zepp Diecast. I'm Rick. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch you on my next video. You guys stay safe, take care, and look out for one another. I am out of here.
The 12 string was out of tune, and song remains the same.